First of all, what's your reaction to the strong words there of the health minister who we heard in that report saying part of this, the blame lies with the pilgrims themselves?
I think it's indeed very regrettable that when such a tragedy occurs, we get now a sort of a blame game between Saudi Arabia and Iran, who have political differences for other reasons, and that they use this opportunity to sling around accusations back and forth. I think we have to be very fair here that it is an extremely big challenge for the Saudi authorities to safely manage a crowd of more than 2 million people in a very confined space who have to perform a certain set of rituals at a given time at specific places. So I'm afraid it's just a fact of life that when you bring people together in numbers approaching 2 million, that these kind of risks are almost impossible to eliminate completely.
Almost impossible to eliminate completely. The Saudis investing a lot of money over recent years, as we just heard, to improve safety. Yet we've had this, and we've also had this crane collapse that happened on September 11th outside the Grand Mosque in Mecca. Are you surprised?
No, I'm in that sense not surprised, because as your report also showed, there have been numerous incidents over the last couple of years, because in the last 25 years, the number of pilgrims has really mushroomed, and that has to do with growing prosperity in the Muslim world, better communications, which has led to millions and millions of Muslims having this ambition, and it is simply not possible to eliminate all these challenges. It's of course very tragic that now in the space of a few weeks we have had two incidents. The Mecca crane collapse occurred due to very adverse weather conditions, and of course this challenge of having to execute further infrastructural improvements while there will always be people present on the construction side. That it's almost like a double risk the Saudis have to deal with.
And I was going to say, you mentioned nearly 2 million pilgrims this year, and we know that in coming years it'll be 3 million. What do the Saudis do?
Well, the Saudis have two sets of measures. First of all, there has already been a quota system in place that they will only award a certain percentage of Hajj visa, enabling people to visit Saudi Arabia per Muslim country, and that is based on the populations of these countries. Also, they restrict their own citizens of visiting Mecca during Hajj. They get stamps in their IDs, and they are only allowed to make Hajj every 5 years. So they try to monitor the numbers, and on top of that, thanks to the financial resources Saudi Arabia happens to have, they have invested really enormous amounts of money in improving access and exit roads, the space available in the Grand Mosque, and also providing safe accommodations for all these numbers of pilgrims. But on top of that, I think also they do have an emergency system in place, which is monitored through CCTV, so that when something goes wrong, and that is bound to happen, they can respond quickly and effectively. The accusations towards the pilgrims, one must not forget that there is tremendous communication problems, because a large numbers of these people have probably no command of Arabic or any foreign language except their own. So passing instructions on as how the things have to be conducted is an additional challenge if the crowd is composed of such a diversity of people.
Kersten of King's College in London, many thanks for joining us.
Pleasure.